My child, you were not supposed to find this tonight. Not by accident, not randomly, not while your mind is this tired and your heart is carrying this much weight. Because heaven saw you reaching your limit. And before you close your eyes tonight, before the tears fall again, before you tell yourself one more time that you are fine, I need you to hear me carefully. The battle you've been fighting ends tonight. I know you almost gave up. I know there were moments nobody saw. Moments where you sat silently in your car after work, just staring through the windshield, too emotionally exhausted to even turn the key. Moments where you laid awake at 2 a.m., staring at the ceiling, trying to silence thoughts that would not stop racing. Moments where you smiled in crowded rooms while secretly feeling invisible. Moments where you answered, "I'm okay," because explaining the pain felt too exhausting. I saw every single one of them. I saw the nights you cried quietly, so nobody in the house would hear you. I saw you carrying responsibilities that became too heavy. I saw the pressure, the bills, the fear, the uncertainty. I saw the emotional exhaustion hiding behind your smile. And my child, you have been trying to survive a battle that was never meant to destroy you. You thought you were weak because you felt tired, but exhaustion is not weakness. Even warriors grow tired, especially the ones who fight silently, especially the ones who keep showing up for everyone else while secretly falling apart inside. You've been carrying invisible pain for so long that people started assuming you were strong enough to carry more. But I saw what it was doing to your heart. I saw how the stress slowly stole your peace, how your mind stopped resting, how joy became unfamiliar, how your body grew tired even when you weren't moving, because anxiety is heavy, fear is heavy, pretending to be okay is heavy. And some nights, you weren't even sure how much longer you could keep going. But listen to me now. You survived days you thought would break you. You made it through nights that felt unbearably dark. You kept breathing even when your heart felt crushed under pressure, and heaven noticed every second of it. You think nobody understands your struggle, but I do. I know what it feels like to be rejected, misunderstood, abandoned by people you trusted. I know the ache of carrying sorrow quietly. That's why I stayed beside you, even during the nights you thought I was silent. I never left. Not once. Not during the panic attacks. Not during the financial stress. Not during the disappointment. Not during the heartbreak. Not during the moments where you questioned your own worth. I was there, sitting beside you in the dark room, listening to prayers you couldn't even finish, holding together the parts of you that felt like they were collapsing. You kept asking, "God, where are you?" And I kept whispering, "I'm right here." Even when you could not feel me, even when numbness covered your emotions, even when exhaustion made faith feel impossible, I was still holding you together. My child, there is a reason the enemy fought your mind so hard. There is a reason discouragement followed you relentlessly. There is a reason fear kept whispering, nothing will ever change. Because your future terrified darkness. The enemy does not attack empty people. He attacks purpose. He attacks destiny. He attacks people carrying something powerful inside them, and you have been carrying more purpose than you realize. That's why the pressure became so intense. That's why the warfare felt endless. That's why it seemed like every time you tried to breathe again, another burden appeared. But hear me clearly tonight. The battle was never proof that I abandoned you. The battle was proof that something valuable lives inside you. And the breaking point you reached is becoming the turning point. I know you're tired of struggling, tired of surviving, tired of hoping, tired of waiting for things to finally get better. You've carried stress for so long that peace almost feels suspicious now. You've been disappointed so many times that expecting good things became difficult. But I need you to stop measuring your future by your current exhaustion. Because this season is ending. Not someday, not eventually. The shift already started. Even now, while you listen to this, things are moving that you cannot yet see. Doors are opening quietly. Healing is beginning slowly. Strength is returning gently. Your life is not stuck. You are not forgotten. You are not being punished. You are not failing. You are simply exhausted from fighting battles that would have crushed people who carried less strength than you. But I did not create you just to survive pain forever. I created you to live, to breathe deeply again, to smile without forcing it, to sleep peacefully, to feel hope again without fear of disappointment. I know how badly you need relief. I know how badly you want your mind to rest. Some days your thoughts move so fast that even silence feels loud. You replay conversations, mistakes, failures, worst-case scenarios. You overthink everything because your heart has been trying to protect itself from more pain. But tonight, I need you to release what you cannot control. You were never meant to carry tomorrow's weight all at once. That pressure has been crushing your spirit. And the enemy convinced you that resting means weakness. But rest is holy. Rest is healing. Rest is trust. Tonight, let your shoulders relax. Let your breathing slow down. You do not have to solve your whole life tonight. You do not have to carry every burden tonight. You do not have to pretend to be strong tonight. Just breathe. I'm still here, and I'm not leaving. You've spent so much time feeling unseen, like people only notice what you do for them instead of noticing your pain. You kept pouring into others while secretly running empty yourself. You answered everyone's calls while wishing someone would ask if you were okay. You stayed strong for everybody else because nobody realized you needed someone too. But I saw it. I saw your silent sacrifices. I saw your hidden tears. I saw the loneliness you never talked about. And I need you to understand something tonight. Your value was never based on how much pain you could carry silently. You do not have to earn love through exhaustion. You do not have to destroy yourself proving your worth. You are already loved, already chosen, already valuable, already enough. not because of performance, not because of perfection, but because I created you intentionally. There has never been another you, never another heart with your exact tenderness, never another soul with your exact calling. Even your sensitivity has purpose. Even the tears you hate have purpose. Even the battles shaped something beautiful inside you. One day, you will realize you survived things that were supposed to destroy your identity. And instead of becoming bitter, you became deeper, kinder, wiser, more compassionate. That pain you carried secretly is becoming part of someone else's healing someday. Because broken people understand broken people differently. You will speak peace with authenticity. You will comfort others with sincerity. You will notice hurting people that everyone else ignores, because you know what invisible pain feels like. But before you help others heal, I need to heal you first. Not the version of you that performs, the real you, the exhausted you, the anxious you, the overthinking you, the secretly overwhelmed you, the version of you that cries alone at night, the version that feels emotionally drained from constantly surviving. That person deserves healing too, and healing is already beginning. I know you cannot fully see it yet. Healing rarely arrives dramatically at first. Sometimes it begins quietly, like finally taking a deep breath after months of tension, like feeling one small moment of peace during a stressful day, like realizing your mind stayed calm for 5 extra minutes tonight. Small beginnings matter. Do not ignore them, because little by little, your soul is learning safety again. Your heart is learning hope again. Your spirit is learning peace again. The darkness convinced you that nothing would change. But darkness lies. You are closer to breakthrough than you realize. Closer than the fear says. Closer than the anxiety believes. Closer than the exhaustion allows you to see. There are blessings approaching you that your current stress cannot imagine. There are prayers being answered behind the scenes. There are opportunities quietly forming. There are people about to enter your life who will not drain you, but help restore you. This is not the end of your story. This is the part where things begin shifting. The pressure you've been under will not last forever. The sleepless nights will not last forever. The heaviness will not last forever. The confusion will not last forever. I know it felt endless, but storms always sound permanent while you're standing inside them. And my child, you have stood in this storm long enough. Now let me speak peace over your life, peace over your mind, peace over your emotions, peace over your future. I break the lie that says you will always struggle this way. I break the fear telling you things will never improve. I break the hopelessness convincing you that you are trapped forever. You are not trapped. You are transitioning. And transitions often feel messy before they become beautiful. The pressure was preparing you, not destroying you. Even now, strength is returning to places inside you that felt completely empty. You may not feel powerful right now, but surviving this season required tremendous strength. The fact that you are still here is proof that heaven carried you through more than you realize. There were moments you should have collapsed emotionally, moments you should have quit, moments you should have completely broken apart. But somehow you kept going. That was not an accident. I was sustaining you, even when you didn't recognize it, especially then. And tonight, I want you to stop punishing yourself for being tired. You've been in survival mode for too long. Your nervous system has been carrying constant pressure. Your heart has been carrying unresolved pain. Your mind has been carrying too many worries at once. Of course you feel exhausted. Of course you feel overwhelmed. But exhaustion is not your identity. This season does not define you. You are not anxiety. You are not failure. You are not hopelessness. You are not abandoned. You are my child, deeply loved, closely protected, carefully guided. And even when your life looked chaotic, I never lost sight of where I was leading you. One day you will look back on this season differently, not with bitterness, but with awe, because you will realize the moments that nearly broke you were also the moments that transformed you. You will see how resilient you became, how compassionate you became, how spiritually aware you became, how much stronger your heart quietly grew. And one day, the same person who cried alone at night will help others believe they can survive too. That is how redemption works. Nothing is wasted. Not your tears, not your waiting, not your heartbreak, not your exhaustion, not even this painful season. I am weaving purpose through all of it, even now, especially now. So tonight, stop rehearsing fear. Stop imagining disaster. Stop carrying tomorrow before it arrives. Come out of survival mode for a moment and just rest here with me. You do not have to prove your worth tonight. You do not have to fight every battle tonight. You do not have to understand everything tonight. You only need to breathe. I know your heart has been racing lately. I know your thoughts have been loud. I know stress has stolen your peace repeatedly. But listen carefully. You are safe with me, safe to cry, safe to rest, safe to heal, safe to hope again. And hope is returning to you, slowly, softly, but surely. The heaviness is lifting. The breakthrough is coming closer. The burden is becoming lighter. The night is ending. I know you worried about your future, about finances, about opportunities, about relationships, about whether things would ever finally work out. But I am already ahead of you, already making ways where you saw none, already arranging moments you cannot predict yet, already opening doors no fear can shut. Your story is not over. There is still joy ahead, still laughter ahead, still healing ahead, still love ahead, still purpose ahead, still peace ahead. You have cried enough tears for one season. Now healing begins, now restoration begins. Now peace begins returning. Not because life suddenly becomes perfect, but because you will no longer fight alone. Tonight, let your soul unclench. Let your mind rest. Let the fear loosen its grip. You have survived long enough in constant tension. Now I want to teach your heart peace again, and peace is coming. Real peace, not temporary distraction, not fake happiness, but deep internal peace that remains even when life is uncertain. That peace is finding you now, right here, in this moment. While the world sleeps, heaven is sitting beside you, holding you gently, reminding you that your story still matters, that your life still carries purpose, that your future still contains beauty, and that this battle, this exhausting, painful, overwhelming battle, does not get the final word over your life. I do, and I say your best days are not behind you. I say healing is coming. I say peace is returning. I say strength is rising again. I say joy will find you again. I say the darkness will not keep you forever. You are going to smile again, genuinely. You are going to sleep peacefully again. You are going to breathe deeply again. You are going to feel alive again. Not because you forced yourself to survive, but because grace carried you back to life. So wipe your tears tonight. Relax your heart tonight. Release the pressure tonight. You do not have to carry everything anymore. I'm here. I've always been here, and I will stay through every remaining step of your healing. Now rest, my child. The battle you've been fighting ends tonight.